Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Neha here, and today we are going to talk about everybody's favorite topic, which is weight loss. Yes, I know you guys are really excited about knowing about weight loss, losing weight and looking more fit and beautiful. So today's talk is inspired by a book, and this book has been written by none other than Shilpa Shetty, and this is The Great Indian Diet by Shilpa Shetty. So I recently came across this book, and this book has some great weight loss tips, and it encompasses some pointers which point out at the way one should lead his or her life, and the diet and lifestyle changes that you can accommodate in your daily routine to stay healthy and fit. So the main focus of this book is on our Indian diet, that is the food and its accompaniments that we consume, which are superfoods in their own right. So let's begin with my 5 weight loss tips. So pointer number 1 is that ghee is your best friend. Yes, people, you heard it right. The ghee that your dadi, nani or your mum makes at home especially is your best friend, not the packaged ghee which is available in the market or over the counter. So ghee is rich in saturated as well as unsaturated fat. It has a compound called linoleic acid in it, which actually helps in burning the stubborn fat in your body. So ghee on the other hand is fat which helps in burning fat. So if I begin talking about ghee and its benefits, there can be a whole another episode made on it, but I'll shortly cover up some of the major advantages of consuming ghee. So it helps in increasing immunity. It is extremely good for eyesight and for skin, for a healthy skin. Then it has anti-cancerous properties in it. And also ghee is rich in multivitamins. It has all vitamin A, D, E, K in it. So if you consume ghee in moderation, that is, there isn't excessive ghee dripping from your food, it is extremely beneficial in your daily diet and routine. So guys, the ghee that your grandmothers or your mothers make at home, it is a warehouse of nutrients, and do stick to it. So also do comment down below if you want a recipe of the homemade ghee which is prepared in the Indian houses, and if you would, then I would either post it on any social media or make a separate video for the same. So pointer number 2 is about the traditional Indian meal, or the thali as we fondly like to call it. So a thali or its ingredients might vary across different parts of the country, but the nutritional balance and completion of a wholesome food remains same, whether you go to Assam, whether you go to a Gujarati thali, a Maharashtrian thali, a South Indian thali which has idli, rasam, dosa, etc. So if you look at a traditional Indian meal, it is more than sufficient for your everyday nutrition needs, and it includes all the food groups that one would need for maintaining adequate body weight according to a person's age and height. So if you see the nutrients which are needed by our body, they are carbohydrates, proteins, fats and fiber, vitamins and minerals in one category. So if you look at a traditional Indian meal or a thali, so a carbohydrate fulfillment is done by your roti, rice, puri, idli, dosa, etc. And then if you come to protein, so there you have your pulses, lentils, paneer, tofu, then non-vegetarian items, which usually people take in the form of curries in a traditional Indian meal. Then third is fats. So you have ghee, you have various oils such as coconut oil, rice bran oil, mustard oil, sunflower oil. And then when we come to fibers and minerals, for that we have our raw salads and vegetables, fruits and nuts and seeds. So this is what a traditional Indian household or a person consumes every day, and if you see, it completes all your nutrition needs that you require on a day-to-day basis. So a traditional Indian meal is all that you need to maintain your body weight and to lose body fat if you are trying to. Now, the pointer number 3, which is talked about in Shilpa Shetty's The Great Indian Diet, is about the spices and seasonings which are used in our Indian meals, or which are available throughout the year in our Indian households. So I would name a few and you would automatically recall their usage and their beneficial properties. So you have garlic, ginger, onions, turmeric, elaichi, cinnamon, cloves, etc. So all these spices and seasonings, they not only have medicinal properties, but they protect our body from a plethora of diseases, and they also help in increasing our body's immunity. So if you guys must have noticed, these days there have been articles of the golden milk or the turmeric milk or golden latte, something like that. But for us Indians, it has always been the age-old traditional healthy milk which we take either before going to bed or as children we've been given in the morning to help increase our body's immunity. So Shilpa Shetty mentions in her book The Great Indian Diet that every Indian woman can make a book on her own recipes that she creates in her kitchen. So that is why our meals have been called as the Great Indian Diet. Now point number 4 covers the food that are actually bad for our health, that have been culprits in us not letting lose weight. So the first in this category definitely has to be sugar. Now in this book, The Great Indian Diet by Shilpa Shetty, the sugar has been termed as evil sugar, and it definitely is, because when a sugarcane enters a sugarcane industry, it goes through various processes, and finally the crystalline sugar that we get is nothing. It has no minerals, nutrients whatsoever in it. It only has calories in it, and all the nutrients are completely ripped off in the process of converting it into crystallized sugar. And let me tell you, sugar is not only the sugar that you consume in your tea or coffee, that can also be, that's the least amount of sugar that you can consume. The sugar is mainly the one that you're consuming in your processed foods, in your cookies, biscuits, jams, chocolates, and all the packaged food items that are lying in your kitchen. So beware of that and stop consuming processed packaged food and move more towards natural local foods. Now the next food that is bad for our health is aerated drinks. All the fizzy bottles and all the various aerated drinks. Apart from that, the juices, canned juices that are available in the market, they are high in caffeine and sugar, and caffeine causes extreme dehydration. It trips all the water from the body and it causes insomnia. The third food item here is sweeteners, the artificial sweeteners that people have been using to replace sugar. It's even worse than the crystallized sugar, and it has been linked with various serious diseases. So please stop using that in your day-to-day life. And the fourth one is processed foods, which I already talked about in the sugar portion. So whenever you are entering a supermarket, just keep a check on what you're picking up, and just do not pick those ready to eat food items, and just keep a check on the number of cookie packets that you're picking up from a supermarket. Talk about the food items, 10 food items that help you in losing weight and that are actual metabolism boosters, as they call it in the book The Great Indian Diet by Shilpa Shetty. So number 1 is almonds, especially the almonds which you soak overnight and then have it next day in the morning. I have been doing that ever since I was in my teenage, and though I fail to do it regularly, but whenever I'm doing it for some days at a stretch, I can definitely see the difference in my overall health. Then other one is fruits. and especially bananas. You might think that banana is a fattening fruit, but no. The consumption of fruit depends on the time of the day when you're having it, especially if you are having it as first thing in the morning or either in your breakfast. It gives very good results in your metabolism, and having a fruit post a meal is the worst thing, let me tell you. You should have it whenever you are feeling hungry, or that is before a workout, or even an hour or half an hour before a meal. The next one is cinnamon or cinnamon powder. Feels a bit sweet in the mouth, so it is an excellent replacement for sugar, especially in coffee. And cinnamon coffee, let me tell you, tastes amazing. And the next food item is eggs. Eggs are they have a great amount of protein in it, so whenever you're having egg, it keeps you full for long, so it reduces the number of calories intake you're having eventually throughout the day. Now the next food item, surprisingly, is chilies. So even I didn't know that chilies help in losing weight, but it's written in the book for weight loss that it has a compound known as capsaicin. Yes, it has a compound named capsaicin, so which produces antioxidants and which eventually help in losing weight and is a great item for weight loss. Turmeric has anti-inflammatory properties. Then you have lemons, which help in increasing alkalinity. Then another one is coconut oil. Like ghee increases metabolism in a similar manner. Coconut oil is excellent in increasing metabolism. And the last one is lentils. So lentils have lentils like your rajma and lobia. They have a great amount of fiber in them, so they help you in keeping fuller for long, and they are good comfort foods. So in this book for weight loss, there is a great detoxification plan written. So they talk about colon cleanse, or detox of the digestive system basically. So your digestion is the one which is affected the most, and while you're trying to lose weight. So point number 5 is a detoxification plan. So in this book, Shilpa Shetty and her trainer talk about green juices which help in colon cleanse and ultimately help in losing weight. So they have talked about a variety of juices like carrot, beetroot, cucumber, cabbage juice, but I have compiled a juice which has been helpful for me and my family in losing weight. Green juice that I am telling you for a weight loss, you will need half cup of apple juice which has been freshly squeezed, not the one that's available in package form. Then 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and 1 teaspoon of ginger juice. Okay, and then you need just 2 pinches of your sea salt and half cup of warm water, and mix all these ingredients together and have it as first thing in the morning, and you will see a vast difference, especially if you're trying to get rid of the stubborn fat which is around the stomach area. So this is an amazing detoxification plan. Just do it every alternate day and you'll see the results in a few weeks. So this was my video on 5 weight loss tips, and the talk had been inspired by Shilpa Shetty's book The Great Indian Diet, and I recommend reading this book to all you guys, and you can check out the description box below where I'll leave the link of where you can purchase this book. And this was not a sponsored review at all, but I felt the need to share this information about how the food that we have in our day-to-day lives is helping us keep our weight in check and helps us in losing weight. So that's it for the video today, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.